welcome to Green Hour. We've been showcasing a bunch of different designs with a variety of flowers. Green Hour is all about inspiring a modern lifestyle to reconnect back to nature with our inspiring and immersive experiences and activities in nature, such as our nature workshops, our do-it-yourself nature stations, as well as our nature walks, and creating beautiful nature's ice cubes. So right now I'm going to show you how to design a couple of different styles with these flowers. Now these flowers, I've already created a plethora of different designs. I've repurposed them right now, which is a great idea to do as well. I've had these actually since Monday, and today's Saturday. As you can see, they're in really good condition. I generally probably wouldn't give these away as a gift, although the stock is looking pretty good, so if it's a really good friend, maybe, but probably for myself. And I gave some tips earlier in a couple of my other videos on how to keep them fresh and all sorts of other fun facts. So right now, I'd like to just go ahead and design. As you can see here, I'm working with the monotone, sort of tone on tone, all similar colors. So realistically, these would all work together well, although I don't like mixing too many flowers together. And generally, this type of a flower, which is the Vanda orchid, would look gorgeous on its own. As you see here, it's in a water tube, so even just placing it on its own in a small vase such as this, and then leaning on an angle, perhaps putting some foliage here to sort of cover up the stem, makes a gorgeous design and a statement piece on its own. It would stay if I put some here, and it hasn't water. You just need to have some water in here. So it would make a gorgeous statement piece on its own, as well as this vase. I would put probably some foam here or some moss to hold that down, cut that down, and I'll show you how to create that. But just as an idea, look how beautiful that design is as well. Just very simple and stylish. I'm going for the modern look here today. So here we also have, for example, if I'm going to, and I'll show you how to create that in a minute, if we're going to just do a hand tie, for example, with these beautiful roses, this would look beautiful really in any of the vases. Just very low cut, very dome shaped in this vase as well. Even if I put these in foam, and I put a little bit of foam here, and then I just put these roses like that, that would look beautiful. I'm also going to show you how to create what's called a flower bed. So very low and flat, where we put just some foam and then cut the roses so that they're deep in, or you just put some water in here and just let them float. It makes beautiful design. You can line these up along the table, or even just a single. Beautiful. That works really well. Or we have a larger one, which is a bit more of a silver modern, and look at the colors. That works beautifully together as well. So that's, let's say, with the roses. And now with the stock that we have here, I have here two different colors of shades of purple. Our theme was Lavender Dreams for this story, for our flower story. Therefore, everything you see here is the shades, different shades of purple. I love the color purple. It's really soothing, refreshing. We had dry lavender and all sorts of other lavenders. Lavender itself has many benefits. The actual flower, the dried flower, the scent, the essential oil. These have beautiful smell. Wow, this smells, and I had these since Monday. I mean, I'm shocked. Look how beautiful they are. They're so fresh. Now, to me, even just on their own, in a simple glass vase, that's gorgeous. Really beautiful. I don't particularly like seeing the stems, therefore I might put some river rocks or just clean that up. Probably take off some of the stems, and then once you just take some of the leaves, once you take off some of the leaves, the stem's actually pretty clean, and that looks really nice. I'm going to show that to you. And easily we can actually work together with both colors, because that looks gorgeous. I definitely would go with probably a clear glass vase, or perhaps a white vase, which looks very, very chic and very modern and clean. I love that look as well. So that we're going to create as well. Now another design would be if we were going to take the stock and the roses and put those together. That looks really beautiful. In fact, even just like that, so it's a front-facing design as opposed to a 360. And all I did was take the stock and hold it together with the flowers. And let's say in probably a glass vase where I would hide the stems with leaves, putting the leaves inside would look really beautiful, as well as this white vase. Look how gorgeous that is. And that just, I mean, literally I can just take a string, tie this around, and I already have a ready-made design. So we're all about just simple designs, simplicity, accessible, tangible, things that you can just work with. Even just working with flowers, if you know it's grounding. Grounding and earthing means just grounding yourself, having always working with something of Mother Earth, of nature. So whether it's soil, sand, salt, flowers, plants, that's how gardening. I don't know if you've gardened or if you've worked with flowers. Always feel very relaxed, very soothing, very zen and happy. And that's what we're all about at Green Hour NYC, is also to just, for everyone to be happy. So we also add on a lot of our designs, or actually almost all of our designs, little elements as well from nature. So this is a selenite stick, and then we have a charm. For this theme, we have the charm called Believe. We want for everyone to believe in themselves and always be happy. Believe in the planet, believe in the earth, believe in nature, and just believe in everything, and that everything will happen and everything will be good. So we like to inspire people as well, also to be in nature, but also inspiring for the good. So, and speaking for the good, we also like to give back. So once the flowers are not really on their way out, because we don't want to give dead flowers, but sometimes if you don't want to repurpose for yourself, just repurpose and give them away. Anyone would always love flowers, even if they don't look what you might think isn't the best. Other people might really enjoy them. So always very important to always give back. All right, so now I'd like to begin. So I'm just going to make some space first, and I'm going to start with the design of the stock. I'm going to just make some more space, put everything away, and we'll see what we'll start with first. Oh, by the way, the foam, this is the foam that we use, and the way you kind of first use it is you just throw that in without pushing and let the water, let it just soak up all the water. So I'm just going to move that down here. Okay, there we go. All right, so now my roses are already pretty clean, but I'm going to clean them even more. I'm just going to take off some of the leaves. I just want it to completely clean. And since we are sort of repurposing these, I'd like to check and see that all the petals are clean and you know, just looking good. Yeah, some of these, as you see here, that's brown. So I'm just going to remove some of the petals that don't look so great. But still a gorgeous flower for Monday. That looks pretty good. I would say so. Oh, well, we lost one. No biggie. All good. All right. These don't really, well, they actually do have a smell. Not as good as that, probably, because they were with those. Okay, now what flowers do you guys like the most? I mean, for me, also the designs, when I'm creating, it's a personal thing. There isn't really right or wrong these days of what you're creating, how. Nothing has to be exact or perfect. It's a personal preference. So with our nature stations, that's the whole idea, is to just offer a plethora of different flowers for you to choose, design on your own, and just customize your own design, right? Your own floral creation. That's what really is all about these days, personalizing and customizing. So yeah, you can go to a flower store and say, hey, I want this, I want that. But it's a little different when you're just kind of thinking yourself and touching the flower and just seeing and then creating it on your own. We're offering that at our nature stations as well. So not just that you can create your own, but we can also guide you if you'd like. So you have maybe a half an hour or 15 minutes, whatever you'd like. We also have some inspirational bouquets and designs that are already there just to sort of inspire you and give you some ideas. All right, so now we have that ready. So to begin, I'm just going to show you a simple hand tie, or a bouquet for that matter, a dome-shaped design. Starting with two, I'm usually going one on top of another, making sure that the heads are usually at the same height. And I'm twisting and turning because I'd like to get that round shape where the stems are also, so if you let it stand, it would just fall and just stand on its own. All right, so I'm constantly checking that the roses are the heads are at the same shape or at the same height, and I'm twisting and turning. And if I wanted to, I could already actually just stop here, and I already have a beautiful little mini bouquet and a little hand tie. And in fact, I'm just looking for a little wrapping, but if I would want to just use a raffia to just tie that up, that would be already ready and gorgeous. Just stick it in any vase, or you don't have to. I mean, of course, you have to have it wet, but if you'd like to give it right away, you just give it like that. And of course, it's also beautiful even with just a single leaf. that just gives it another sort of punch if you'd like. But that we already showed, so I'm going to continue. All right, so now, one more. And sometimes when you throw it in the vase, you might want to rearrange it. You might have to rearrange or not. Now here I'm already seeing where the empty spaces are, and if needed I just push the roses back down, and if you see, look how gorgeous that looks already. Now my last one, I'm going to see where I need it, probably right there, and there you are. What was that, 5 minutes? And we have a beautiful dome-shaped round bouquet, which is almost like a wedding bouquet. If you see here how if I just cut them, which I'm about to cut, so they're all the same height. So I'm going to just straighten that up when I cut it. I'm going to cut that on an angle, 45 degree angle, making sure that they're give or take the same height. And that's it. Now look how that would normally stand. So I'm going to just close that up and tie that up with a raffia. Make sure that you're not tying them too tight. All right, I just want to fix that up a little more here. Yes, there we are. To make sure about the height of the vase, that's about right. And if you need, I'm going to cut a little bit more, just so that all the roses will stand about the same height. Yeah. And that's about how I'm checking. Now for this vase, we probably need a few more roses. This is a little bit large for this design, but just to give you an idea, if we would probably need double the amount for this vase for it to look appropriate. So this way it would just lean over, and that's what's called a dome-shaped design. If I'd used maybe probably this vase, which is small and probably appropriate for this amount of flowers. If you see, I already covered the vase with this leaf, and yet that is actually perfect, except that I have stones in here, so that's taking up some space. Have this leaf in here as well because I wanted to cover that up, and I could pretty much just cut a little more of the base. Okay. There you go. Lower that a little. And that is actually a beautiful, oh, I'm going to fix the flowers just for it to be really round. Just a total like kind of a dome-shaped circle. And now that's 360, so in other words, it's beautiful from all angles, and that makes a beautiful gift, a beautiful design. As you can see, I put some river rocks on the bottom. I just tied it with a tie leaf. I mean, you don't have to. I don't particularly like seeing the stems of the roses. They're not as beautiful. And that's it. There you have it. This is a design that can cost you, depending on the vase and the stones, under $20, even less. All right, so that's one gorgeous design. And we're going to come right back. GreenHourNYC.com. Join us, launching in January 2020 in New York.